Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called American Ninja 5. I'm giving this 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. It's got David Bradley and Pat Morita. Gets about 10 minutes of cameo in the beginning and the end. This is a pretty good, decent series. This American Ninja Canon series. This wasn't even supposed to be a sequel. The fifth and final installment. It was supposed to be a standalone movie, but they just renamed it and turned it into a sequel, which is kind of interesting. David Bradley has a different name from the original American Ninja sequel. I can't remember which number, but I think I like most of them. Let's see if I can find them. I don't know if they're still on Netflix or okay. The only one that I thought was okay was American Ninja 4: The Annihilation. That's usually considered to be the worst of the 5, I believe. But this is definitely one of the better ones. Let me just put it to you that way. It's got David Bradley. Like I said, he played a different character in American Ninja 4, I think. If I'm not mistaken, it's been so long since I've seen the other American Ninjas, but I finally got through all 5 of them just now. And pretty cool flick. It's like a PG kids movie. It's a mix between the American Ninja and the Karate Kid, that kind of thing. Um, so basically, Pat Morita, grandnephew, some 12-year-old kid who likes to play video games. He's actually quite adorable and kind of a smart alecky kid. I like this kid. He likes to. He actually uses a lot of independent thinking, critical thinking, to kind of annoy David Bradley. And anyway, so David Bradley has to babysit this kid, and then he's courting some lady who I guess he lives on a boat, and this other lady owns a boat, and then this kind of blondie with a very dark tan. There's no nudity in this, of course. I kind of wanted to see her, but the best you can do is kind of a revealing dress down to here, and that's about it. Anyways, she's got the tan cleavage going. Some nice C cup business going down there, and then anyways, the 12-year-old kid who was a karate champion in real life around this time, he wants to learn how to be a ninja, and the blondie's dad just coincidentally happens to be a scientist in Venezuela who developed this pesticide that doesn't leave any residue, but in highly concentrated form it kills everything. So this evil dude wants to sell it to the Venezuelan government for some kind of chemical bomb or something. And and so they kidnapped uh, the scientist's daughter while David Bradley and the 12-year-old kid are watching the Karate Champion, and the kid starts driving around in David Bradley's van, and they end up at the airport. They kind of stow away on the airplane headed to Valenzuela with the drugged and kidnapped Blondie in the plane. And there's this Viper dude who's wearing some really cheap Dracula costume. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go check on my pork chop. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yeah, I think my pork chop's done. Anyways, sorry about that. So, so they make it to Valenzuela. David Bradley kicks a bunch of ninjas. Like he lands one punch, and he knocks out like four ninjas. This movie is nuts. That's why I love it so much. More canon goodiness, even though it is a PG movie. You gotta love this flick for its campiness and silliness. The entire plot is just completely ridiculous and absurd. That's why I love this movie so much. And the Blondie's kind of good looking. She's got the early 90s frizzed out hair. You know, this is a 1993 canon movie, the last of the American Ninja series. Unfortunately, before they went bankrupt, I guess. And so they go to this compound. They keep getting sidetracked, but eventually they make it to the compound, and you can pretty much guess what happens after that. You know, they release the gas, and the bad guys are stuck in the room with the gas filling in it. That sort of thing. And then the 12-year-old figures out how to fly the plane with his little ninja gadget to help him along, and and they set the Viper dude on fire. He gets his Dracula cape on fire, and he just jumps out of the plane for no reason. And that's pretty much the movie. I mean, I spoiled a lot of the movie towards the end. I realized that, but you could sort of predict everything except for the airplane scene. So, yeah, good stuff. I'm watching Chain of Command with Michael Dudikoff, who was filling in for Chuck Norris because Chuck Norris was busy working on some other movie. But Chain of Command is pretty decent. 1994. Not a bad flick. So I'm pretty excited about that. And the saga continues with the mask controversy in my family, or my broken family, I should say. So So I told my ex-wife that I wanted to get my son this gator mask, since the judge, forced him to wear a mask indoors. I thought it would be easier for him to breathe because he's got allergies and asthma worse than I do. And I've got severe allergies to the point where I'm exempt from the mask order here in California. That's what I told the judge. And he was listening to it. He just wanted to show his power and his tyranny and stomp on my family rights, pretty much. So I told her about the gator mask, and she got all upset. Like she thinks the surgical mask is better because my son's pediatrician thinks that a surgical mask is highly recommended, or she likes a surgical mask or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. She had no comment on the gator mask. Let me put it to you that way. So she said she was going to ask the doctor to get back to me. Of course, the doctor didn't answer my question about the gator mask. She just promoted some other mask that she liked. So I went ahead and bought the gator mask, not knowing how the doctor was going to react at this point in time. And of course, it's non-refundable. It's like $15. Okay, so I call up the satanic witch, as she's known, and I say, look, I bought this mask. It's non-refundable. And then she says, oh, I'm going to send you the doctor's email. She says he has to wear a surgical mask. So I looked at the emails, and nowhere did it say that he had to wear a surgical mask. She was just recommending it. And surgical mask is meant mainly to prevent infection in the person's body that's open on the table. It's not meant to protect the person that's wearing it. So it's kind of ridiculous that the doctor would recommend a surgical mask in the first place, because it has nothing to do with protecting the person who's wearing it in a surgical setting, at least. And so I'm getting ready for this big showdown on Tuesday when I pick him up after his long vacation with his mother. And I'm just going to bring the mask to the door, and I'm going to say, look, leave me alone unless you want to bring it up with the social worker and the judge again, and I'll just ask to have that ridiculous house arrest, wearing a mask indoors order that the family law judge came up with last week. I still haven't received it. I'm going to try to have that reversed if I can somehow. Talk to the social worker about that, but and then the whole thing about wearing the gator mask should be moot at that point, unless he's required to wear it out in public, which is another can of worms. But anyways, kind of interesting, all this back and forth ridiculousness over stupid stuff. It's just shows how terrible it is living in California. I wish I could move to South Dakota with my son. the way the government finances are going here in California, the family law court might go out of business along with his government school. They'll have to sell all of their assets to some corporation, and we won't have to deal with them anymore. That's the situation here. But just want to give you a quick update on the rapidly deteriorating COVID situation in California. Of course, none of the lockdown mask nonsense had any positive effect on the coronavirus statistics, which are kind of dubious in the first place. But California, the way they're reporting it, California has the worst coronavirus statistics in the nation, and yet we're still required to follow this failed policy of Comrade Newsom, the governor here. So I think I've done enough COVID soapbox for tonight. I'll let you go, but yeah, I'm going to be pretty tired next couple days. I worked 10 hours today. I just finished. I'm going to inhale my porky chop over there. And then tomorrow, which is my 8th day working in a row, I'm going to work 14 hours. So, man, craziness. I'm glad I have a 3-day break with my son in the middle of the week, because I'm gonna definitely catch up on some napping starting Tuesday. So that's my plan. And I finished watching Invasion of the Star Creatures. That movie's horrible. It's pretty bad. Well, it's not horrible, but it's pretty bad. And I'll get around to reviewing that eventually as well. Well, thanks for staying all the way through the video, and have a good night.